We're now in Lecture 3, Part 4 on Ingram's Law. Since we're done with a discussion of the problem of interpretation, we're moving to the second problem with regard to the constitutional law, the problem of legitimacy and justification of constitution and its laws. So, at hand here is the issue of legitimacy of democracy and constitution. Why are we obligated, morally obligated, to follow them? We'll discuss two problems here with regard to the problem of legitimacy. Those two problems are the problem of circularity and the problem of infinite regress. We're going to look at Hart's solution, which has to do with choice. We're going to look at a criticism of Hart, which claims that his solution lacks necessity. And we're also going to look in this part at Arendt's solution, that our existential condition of being social agents is what gives legitimacy to democracy and its constitution. A certain problem of circularity is at the heart of the issue of how constitution acquires legitimacy, why we are morally obligated to follow it. The Constitution makes democracy legitimate, while democracy is given its legitimacy by the Constitution. A justifies B, while B justifies A. There's the problem of circularity. The problem can be stated in another way as a problem of infinite regress. Only another law can justify a law, it would seem. So, in principle, there's no ultimate justification, which is to say that there's no justification at all. If the beginning cannot be justified, neither can everything else that follows from that beginning. And the beginning, in this sense, can only be justified by what came before, by another beginning. And so we just keep regressing to another beginning and another beginning and another beginning and another beginning without ultimately reaching that which founds the rest of the, so to speak, beginnings. A philosopher of law, Hart, solves the infinite regress problem by proposing that people's factual recognition, i.e., their choosing it, of a constitution, is all the justification that the constitution needs. People choose it. What other justification must there be? We are morally obligated to follow the constitution because it is chosen, is our Hart's argument. Ingram's criticism is that factual recognition, choosing, can simply be based on a shared prejudice and is a weak foundation. Constitution based on choice lacks necessity and is too contingent. Who knows what the people might have chosen? They might have chosen this constitution or another constitution, ultimately going with nothing else than their prejudices. Entirely possible. In this sense, there's a lack of necessity and there's just pure contingency in the justification of any particular constitution, whether it happens to be one in support of democracy or in support of something else that people choose. A philosopher of law, Arendt, goes deeper than Hart by attempting to show that democracy and a constitution that supports democracy are not a contingent choice of the people, as in they may choose democracy and a democratic constitution, or they may choose something else, but is a necessary outcome based on the human condition as such. The human existential condition is that we are social and we need to coordinate our action with others through reaching agreement on shared goals. And that means some kind of a democracy. We're morally obligated to follow the Constitution because it is required of us to do so for us to be who we are as human beings, as social agents that must coordinate their action with others. In that sense, democracy and democratic constitution are necessary. They flow from the very condition of being human.